You didn't wake up today by accident. You woke up because there is still a war to be won. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you now. While you are hearing these words, millions of men around the world are giving up. They are choosing the comfort of mediocrity. They are accepting crumbs when they could have the entire feast. But not you. You are here because something inside you refuses to go out. And that something, my brother, is the fire that separates survivors from conquerors. I know you are tired. I know there are days when you look in the mirror and barely recognize the man standing there. I know you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. The bills, the family, the expectations, the dreams that seem more distant every day. But let me tell you a truth that few have the courage to say. The weight you carry is not your punishment. It is your preparation. Every great man who has ever walked this has gone through exactly what you're going through now. The difference is that they understood something fundamental. Pressure does not exist to break you. It exists to turn you into a diamond. And you, my friend, are being shaped right now. Every hardship, every obstacle, every sleepless night wondering how you're going to pay the bills. All of it is preparing you for a level of life you can't even imagine yet. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, you were made for something greater? That the restlessness you feel in your chest is not anxiety, it's destiny knocking at your door. That the discomfort you feel with your current situation is not weakness. It's your spirit screaming that you deserve more. Because you do deserve more. You deserve to wake up every day knowing your family is protected. You deserve money in your account, not just to survive, but to live with dignity. You deserve to see your bank balance grow. You deserve the car you've always wanted. You deserve the house where your children will grow up safe. You deserve to travel with your wife. You deserve to give your mother that special gift. You deserve to look at your bank statement and smile instead of feeling that tightness in your chest. And all of this will happen, not because I'm telling you now, but because you've already made the most important decision. The decision not to give up. The decision to keep going, even when everything seems to be conspiring against you. And that decision is worth more than any diploma, more than any connection, more than any stroke of luck. But let me be honest with you, the path will not get easier tomorrow. In fact, it may get harder, because when you decide to stand up, when you decide to truly fight, life will test your determination. It will place bigger obstacles in your way. It will bring deeper doubts. It will make you question whether it's worth continuing. And that is exactly the moment when most people quit. That is the point in the journey where the weak return to their comfort zone. But not you. Because you understand that every no you receive is simply a redirection toward a bigger yes. Every door that closes is pushing you toward a better one. Every fall is teaching you how to land on your feet. Do you know what separates an ordinary man from an extraordinary one? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's consistency. It's the ability to do what needs to be done day after day, even when no one is watching, even when there is no applause, even when the results seem far away. And the results will come. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they will come. And when they do, you will look back and understand why everything happened exactly the way it did. You will understand that every tear prepared you for victory, that every failure taught you something essential, that every sacrifice was worth it, because the money will come. Yes, the dollars will begin to flow in your direction. Opportunities will appear. Businesses will prosper. The promotion will happen. The venture will take off. And not because you wished for it, but because you worked for it, because you persevered. Because you refuse to accept less than you deserve. And when that happens, you won't celebrate alone. You'll look at your family and know that every sacrifice was worth it.
You'll see the smile on your wife's face when you say, "Go ahead, buy it, no problem." You'll see your children's eyes light up when you fulfill that dream they have. You'll hug your mother and finally say, "Now I can take care of you." Because being a man is not just about you. It's about everyone who depends on you. It's about being the pillar, the rock, the strength that holds everything together. And I know there are times when you feel like you can't handle it anymore. I know there are moments when you just want to scream, cry, give up. And that's okay. Because feeling is not weakness. Suppressing is. But after you feel, you get back up. You wipe your tears. Take a deep breath and keep going. Because that's what real men do. Not because we are machines. Not because we don't feel pain. But because we choose to be bigger than our pain. And you are bigger, yes. Bigger than any financial crisis. Bigger than any rejection. Bigger than any doubt. Bigger than any fear. You are descended from warriors who crossed oceans, survived wars, and built civilizations from nothing. That blood runs through your veins. That strength lives inside you. So stop diminishing yourself. Stop accepting crumbs. Stop believing the lie that you are not capable. Because you are not only capable, you were made for this. To win, to prosper, to lead, to build an empire. No matter how modest it begins. And an empire is not built overnight. It begins with a decision. The decision to wake up every day and be 1% better than yesterday. The decision to invest in yourself through knowledge, skills, health, mindset. The decision to surround yourself with people who lift you up, not drag you down. Because the people you walk with determine how far you go. If you walk with defeatists, you become a defeatist. If you walk with average people, you become average. But if you surround yourself with winners, with people who think big, with men who are building something, you will transform. And transformation is exactly what is happening to you right now. Every day you choose not to quit, you are transforming. Every time you face your fear, you are transforming. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are transforming. And that transformation will reflect in everything. In your energy, in your posture, in your confidence, and consequently, in your finances. Because money is attracted to value. And when you become valuable, when you develop skills, when you deliver results, when you become irreplaceable, money has no choice but to find you. So invest in yourself. Read that book. Take that course. Learn that skill. Wake up 1 hour earlier. Go to bed 1 hour later. Sacrifice momentary pleasures for permanent gains. Because every dollar you invest in yourself is a dollar that will return multiplied. And I'm not talking only about money. I'm talking about peace of mind. About sleeping well knowing you gave your best. About looking in the mirror and respecting the man looking back. About knowing you are an example for your children, not just in words, but in action. Because your children won't remember how many hours you worked. They will remember that you never gave up. They will remember that you faced storms and came out stronger. They will remember that when life knocked you down, you got up, brushed yourself off, and kept moving forward. And that example, my friend, is the most valuable inheritance you can leave. But as you build this legacy, as you walk this path, you will meet people who doubt you, who laugh at your dreams, who say you're wasting your time. And do you know what you do with those people? You use their doubt as fuel. Because every person who doubted you is giving you one more reason to prove them wrong. Every person who underestimated you is motivating you to reach heights they can't even imagine. Use it. Turn every criticism into determination, every mockery into fire, every obstacle into a step. And when you get there, and you will, You won't rub it in anyone's face. Because real men don't need to prove anything. Your success will speak for you. Your bank account will speak for you. Your happy family will. Your peace of mind will speak for you. And on that day, when you look back, you will remember this moment. You will remember when you were at rock bottom, when everything seemed impossible, when you were about to give up, but you didn't. And you will be grateful. Grateful to yourself for holding on when everything was telling you to let go. Because the truth, my brother, is that you always had what it takes. Always. The strength was inside you the whole time. The ability was there. The potential was there. You just needed a push, a reminder, someone looking you in the eyes, even through word, and saying, you can do this, and you can. Not only can you survive, you can thrive. You can build wealth. You can achieve financial stability. You can give your family a better life. You can accomplish those dreams you've kept hidden in your heart. But everything starts with a decision. The decision that from today on, you will no longer be the same person. The decision to honor the potential inside you. The decision to become the man your family needs, your children deserve, and you always knew you could be. And that decision is not just a thought. It's action. It's waking up tomorrow and doing something different. It's stopping the complaints and starting the construction. It's stopping the excuses and starting the solutions. It's stopping the wait for the perfect moment and starting to create the perfect moment. Because the perfect moment doesn't exist. It never has. The only moment you have is now. And what you do now will determine where you'll be in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years. So make it count. Make every day matter. Make every action bring you closer to the man you want to become. And in the process, be kind to yourself. Understand that you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. You don't need to get it right every time. You just need to get back up every time you fall. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be willing to look for them. Because the journey to success is not a straight line. It's full of turns, climbs, descents, detours. But every step, even the ones that seem to be taking you backward, is preparing you for what's ahead, teaching you essential lessons, forging you in the fire of adversity. And when you come out of that fire, because you will, you won't be the same person. You'll be stronger, wiser, more prepared, more valuable, and the world will recognize it. Opportunities will appear. Money will flow. Doors will open. And when that happens, remember where you came from. Remember the hard days. Remember the sleepless nights. Remember the tears and the sweat. Because that will keep you humble. It will keep you grateful. It will keep you connected to your essence and use your success to help other men. Because you know what it's like to be at the bottom. You know what it's like to feel trapped with no way out. So when you reach the top, extend your hand to those still climbing. Be the light you needed when you were in the dark. Be the voice of encouragement you once longed to hear. Because in the end, my brother, success is not measured only by what you accumulate, but by what you share. It's not just about how much money you have in the bank, but about how many lives you've touched. It's not just about the size of your house, but about the size of your impact. And you have the potential to impact hundreds, maybe thousands of people through your example, through your story, through your resilience. Because when people see that you, an ordinary man with ordinary problems, manage to stand up and win, they will believe they can too. And that's how change happens. Not through grand gestures, but through small acts of courage. Through ordinary men doing extraordinary things. Through people like you deciding that enough is enough. Enough mediocrity. Enough conformity. Enough living below your potential. So today, right now, in this moment, make a commitment to yourself. Commit to giving your best every day. Commit to not giving up, No matter how hard it gets, commit to believing in yourself even when no one else does. Commit to building the future you deserve, because that future is waiting for you.
On the other side of fear, on the other side of doubt, on the other side of sacrifice, and there is only one way to get there. Go through it. There are no shortcuts. There is no easy way, but there is a way. And that way is you putting one foot in front of the other every single day without stopping. And on the days you feel weak, remember why you started. Remember your family. Remember your dreams. Remember the life you want to build. And use that as strength. Use it as motivation. Use it as a reason to keep going when everything inside you is telling you to stop, because you are stronger than you think, more capable than you believe, more powerful than you know. And it's time for you to prove it, not to others, but to yourself. It's time for you to look in the mirror and recognize the warrior standing there, the provider, the builder, the winner. And when you finally recognize that man, when you fully embrace that potential,
there will be no force in the universe capable of stopping you. The bills will be handled. The debts will be paid. The investments will grow. The business will expand. The career will take off. And you'll look around and realize you've built something solid, something lasting, something that will support your family for generations. And that moment, my brother, will be worth every second of struggle, every drop of sweat, every tear shed, because deep in your soul, you'll know that you won, not because it was easy, but because you were strong, not because you were lucky, but because you worked, not because someone gave it to you,
but because you earned it. And that's the best part of all. No one will be able to take it away from you. No one will be able to say you didn't deserve it, because you paid the price. You did the work. You lived the journey. And now you will reap the rewards. So keep going. Keep walking. Keep fighting.
Keep believing, because the best is yet to come. The best days of your life have not yet been lived. The greatest achievements have not yet been reached. The greatest love has yet to be felt. The greatest wealth has yet to be built. And all of this is possible. It is not fantasy. It is not illusion. It is reality waiting to be manifested. And you are the only one who can manifest it. Through your choices, through your actions, through your unshakable determination to accept nothing less than what you deserve. So lift your head, open your shoulders, look forward, and walk with the confidence of someone who knows that victory is inevitable. Because for those who refuse to give up, victory is only a matter of time, and your time is coming. Can you feel it? Can you feel the change in the air? Can you feel the energy moving in your favor? Because it is. The tides are turning. The wind is changing direction, and it is blowing straight toward your dreams. So adjust your sails. Get ready, because you are about to embark on the most important journey of your life, the journey of becoming who you truly are, of living up to your full potential, of building the empire you were born to build. And in a few years, when you are at the top, when you are living the life you always dreamed of, you will look back at this moment and smile. You will smile because you will remember when everything seemed impossible. You will remember when you were about to give up, and you will be grateful to the man you were, the man who chose not to quit, who chose to believe. And you will pass this message on to your son, to your brother, to that young man who is just starting out. You will tell them what I am telling you now. Don't give up. No matter how dark it gets, don't give up. No matter how hard it becomes, don't give up, because you were made for more, for much more. And this journey, my brother, begins now. Not tomorrow, not on Monday, now. With this next breath, with this next decision, with this next step. So take a deep breath, feel the strength inside you, and take that step
Because the world is waiting for what you have to offer. Your family is waiting for the best version of you.
Your future is waiting to be built. And all you have to do is begin. So begin. Begin today. Begin now. And don't stop until you've built the empire that exists in your mind. Until you've achieved the dreams that live in your heart. Until you've become the man you always knew you could be. Because you can.
You always could. And now, finally, you. Let's go together, war. Victory. And as you want something fundamental, you are not defined by the opportunities you are defined by what you do after the fall, by what you build after the mistake, by the courage you find after defeat. Because every man you admire, every leader you respect, every millionaire you study, they all failed. Not once, but dozens, hundreds of times. The difference is that they understood failure is not the opposite of success.
Failure is part of success. It is the price of admission. It is the tuition you pay to join the Winners Club. And you are already paying that tuition, even if you don't realize it. Every rejection you received was a lesson. Every closed door was a redirection. Every no was preparation for the yes that will change your life. Because that yes is coming. It may be next week, it may be next month, but it is coming. And when it does, you will be ready because all the time you thought was wasted was actually preparation. You were building resilience. You were shaping character. You were becoming the kind of man who can hold the blessing when it arrives. Because many people receive the blessing but can't sustain it. They receive money but don't know how to manage it. They receive opportunity but aren't prepared to seize it. But not you. You are being forged in the fire of adversity so that when your time comes, when your finances prosper, when the dollars begin to flow, you will know exactly what to do with them. You will know how to invest wisely. You will know how to protect what you've built. You will know how to make money work for you instead of you working for money. You will understand that wealth is not just about earning, but about preserving, multiplying, and passing it on to future generations.
And that is what you are building now. Not just wealth for yourself, but a legacy for your bloodline, an empire your children will inherit, a winning mindset that will pass from generation to generation, an example that will echo through time. Think about it. 50 years from now, when you are no longer here,
what will people say about you? Will they say you were just another man who gave up? That you had potential but lacked courage? Or will they say you were a warrior? That you faced storms and built an empire? That you changed your family's destiny? The choice is yours. And you are making that choice right now.
In this moment, with every action you take, every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are writing your legacy. Every time you wake up early when your body begs for more sleep, you are building your empire. Every time you invest in yourself when it would be easier to waste time, you are shaping your destiny. And that destiny, my brother, is great. Greater than you can imagine right now. Because you are thinking too small. You are limiting your dreams to what seems possible. But I challenge you to dream bigger. Dream of that house that seems impossible. Dream of that bank account with 6 zeros. Dream of that international trip with your entire family.
Dream of that imported car. Dream big, because you serve a great God. You have a great purpose, and you carry great potential. And don't let anyone tell you that dreaming of material prosperity is wrong. It isn't. You were made to prosper, made for abundance, made to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
The problem is not wanting money. The problem is letting money control you. But when you control money, when you use it as a tool to build, to bless, to protect your family, it becomes one of the greatest blessings of your life. So don't be ashamed of one. Don't apologize for aspiring to greatness. Don't shrink your dreams to make others comfortable. Because when you shine, when you prosper, when you win, You give other men permission to do the same. And the world needs more winning men. It needs more men who take responsibility, more men who build instead of destroy, more men who lead by example.
It needs you operating at your maximum potential. But operating at maximum potential requires something few possess: brutal consistency. It's not about having a good day here and there. It's about discipline every single day. It's about doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up day after day, even when no one is watching. Because no one is watching right now. No one sees you waking up at 5 a.m. No one sees you studying late into the night. No one sees you skipping happy hour to work on your business. But one day, everyone will see the results.
Everyone will see the success. Everyone will see the transformation. And they will call luck what was actually hard work and determination. And when that happens, when people look at you and say, "You were lucky," just smile. Smile because you know the truth. You know the sleepless nights, the tears, the sweat, the sacrifices. You know, luck had nothing to do with it. It was choice. It was discipline. It was an absolute refusal to accept defeat. And that refusal, my brother, is what is taking you to the next level. It's what is opening doors. It's what is attracting opportunities. It's what is preparing you to receive the abundance that is on its way. Because abundance is on its way. It may not look like it right now. It may feel like you're stuck, like nothing is moving, like your efforts aren't paying off. But believe this, beneath the surface, a lot is happening. The seeds you planted are sprouting. Connections are being made. Contracts are being prepared.
The promotion is being considered. The business is about to take off. And when it explodes, and it will happen fast. Suddenly, everything will change. Opportunities will appear from every direction. Money will start flowing from multiple sources. Doors will open one after another. And you will look back and realize that everything was part of a bigger plan.
But until then, you must trust the process. Keep planting, keep working, keep believing, even when you don't see immediate results, even when it feels like nothing is happening, because something is happening. You are transforming. And that internal transformation is what will allow the external transformation.
Because you cannot go to the next level as the same person. You cannot achieve $1 million success with a $1,000 mindset. You cannot build generational wealth with short-term thinking. First, you must change on the inside. You must expand your mindset, elevate your vibration, become the kind of man who attracts the kind of life you want.
And that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. It's daily. It's intentional. It's choosing every day thoughts that empower you instead of thoughts that limit you. Choosing actions that move you toward your goals instead of actions that keep you stagnant. Choosing to be better today than you were yesterday.
And if you do this consistently, if you truly commit to this process of transformation, there is no limit to how far you can go. You can build a multi-figure empire. You can have multiple streams of income. You can invest in real estate, stocks, businesses. You can create financial freedom not just for yourself, but for your entire family. And freedom, my brother, is the ultimate goal. It's not just about having money in the bank. It's about having choice. It's about deciding how you spend your time. It's about not having to check prices when buying something your family needs. It's about helping someone in need without it affecting your finances. It's about sleeping peacefully, knowing you and your family are protected, and that freedom is available to you. It is not reserved for an elite few. It is not only for the lucky or privileged. It is for any man willing to pay the price. And the price is simple. Hard work, consistent discipline, continuous learning, and an absolute refusal to quit. Are you willing to pay that price? Because if you are truly committed, then nothing can stop you. Not the economy, not the competition, not the circumstances, nothing. Because determined men always find a way. They create opportunities where others see obstacles.
They build bridges where others see abysses. And you are one of those men. You just need to believe it, internalize it, live it. Because when you truly believe, when deep in your soul you know you are made for greatness, your behavior changes, your energy changes, your presence changes, and the world responds. People start noticing you. Opportunities start appearing. Doors start opening. Because you are radiating the energy of a winner. And winners attract victories. It's a universal law. It's inevitable. So stop doubting, stop questioning, stop waiting for an external sign that you're on the right path. The sign is inside you. It's that fire that refuses to go out. It's that voice that keeps telling you, you can do more. It's that desire that won't let you rest. That is the sign. That is the confirmation. That is the universe telling you it's time to act. And the time is now, not when conditions are perfect, not when you have more money, more time, more resources. Now, with what you have, where you are, begin. Because men who wait for perfect conditions never start, and men who never start never win. But you will win. You will build. You will prosper. Because you have already decided. And when a man truly decides, when he burns the bridges behind him,
when he commits fully, the universe conspires in his favor. Coincidences begin to happen. The right people appear. Resources show up. Everything starts to align. And you will witness it. You will see how suddenly things begin to flow. How opportunities that once seemed impossible start to materialize. How people who can help you cross your path. How money you never expected shows up in your account. And you will smile because you will understand that it wasn't luck. It was alignment. It was you finally operating at your true frequency. And at that frequency, my brother, you are unstoppable. At that frequency,
you attract everything you need. At that frequency, you become a magnet for success, abundance, and prosperity. And your life transforms in ways you can't even predict right now. But to enter that frequency, you need to let go of the old version of you. You need to release limiting beliefs, release fear, release doubt. You need to make space for the new, for the great, for the extraordinary. And that can be scary because it means leaving your comfort zone. It means taking risks. It means possibly failing. But let me tell you something. You are already in pain. The pain of stagnation, of frustration, of not living up to your potential. So why not trade that pain for the pain of growth? At least that pain has purpose. At least that pain takes you somewhere. Because in the end, you will feel pain either way. Either the pain of staying the same or the pain of changing. But one of those pains has a reward on the other side. One of those pains transforms you into something greater. One of those pains is worth it. Choose the pain that is worth it. Choose growth. Choose to fight. Choose to build. Choose to be more. Because you deserve more. Your family deserves more. Your legacy deserves more. And that more is waiting for you. On the other side of action. On the other side of courage. On the other side of decision. So decide, now, in this moment, that you will do whatever it takes. That you will pay any price. That you will overcome any obstacle. Because you are a warrior. And warriors do not quit. Warriors do not surrender. Warriors fight. Until then, and you will win. Not because it is easy, but because you are strong. Strong enough to continue when everything tells you to stop. Strong enough to believe when everyone doubts. Strong enough to build when others destroy.
And that strength, my brother, will take you far. Farther than you imagine, higher than you dream, to a place where abundance is natural, where prosperity is normal, where success is inevitable. That place exists, and you are going there, one step at a time, one day at a time, one victory at a time. Keep going. Destiny is waiting for. And do you know what is most powerful about all of this? You don't have to walk this journey alone. There are millions of men around the world right now fighting the same battles you are, facing the same fears, overcoming the same obstacles. And all of you are connected by this invisible force, the force of masculine determination that built civilizations, crossed oceans, and conquered the impossible. You are part of a brotherhood of warriors, men who wake up every day and do what needs to be done, even when it's hard. Men who carry the weight of the world on their shoulders and still smile at their children. Men who turn pressure into performance, pain into power, obstacles into opportunities. And those men are counting on you. They are waiting for you to rise, to win, to show the world what is possible when a man decides not to quit. Because when you win, you don't win just for yourself. You win for all of us. You raise the standard. You show the way. And it's time for you to raise that standard, not just at work, but in every area of your life, in your health, because a strong body carries a strong mind, in your relationship, because your wife deserves the best version of you, with your children, because they are watching every move you make, learning what it means to be a man. Because being a man is not about being perfect. It's about being present, showing up, doing what's right even when it's hard, protecting, providing, leading. And that requires you to operate at your highest level, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So take care of yourself. It's not selfish, it's responsibility. You can't give what you don't have. You can't lead your family if you're lost. You can't protect others if you're broken. So fix yourself first. Build yourself first. Strengthen yourself first. And then from that position of strength, you'll be able to do everything you need to do. And when you begin to strengthen yourself, when you begin to invest in yourself, something powerful happens. Your value increases in the market, to clients, to employers, to investors. Because people don't pay for your time. They pay for your value. And the more value you create, the more money you attract. It's that simple. You want to earn more, become worth more. You want better opportunities, become a better opportunity. You want people to invest in you. Invest in yourself first. Show that you take yourself seriously. Show that you are committed to excellence. And excellence, my brother, is not an act. It's a habit. It's what you do every day when no one is watching. It's the quality you put into your work even when no one will notice. It's the extra effort you give even when it's not required. That's how you separate yourself. That's how you become irreplaceable. And when you become irreplaceable, money has no choice but to find you. Clients have no choice but to hire you. Employers have no choice but to promote you. Because you've become the solution. And valuable solutions always command premium prices. So stop selling yourself cheap. Stop underestimating your value. Stop accepting crumbs when you can have the entire feast. Know your worth. Defend your worth. Charge your worth. Because if you don't value yourself, no one else will. And this applies to every area of your life. The respect you demand, the treatment you accept, the environments you remain in. If something isn't serving you, if something is diminishing you, if something is draining your energy, you have permission to choose yourself. Because you can't build an empire surrounded by small-minded. You can't prosper in toxic environments. You can't fly if you're tied to dead weight. So cut what needs to be cut. Release who needs to be released. Close the doors that need to be closed. And yes, it will hurt. It will be difficult. Some of these people you've known for years. Some of these environments feel familiar, comfortable. But comfort is the killer of dreams. Familiarity is the prison of potential. And you were not made to be imprisoned. You were made to fly. So fly, spread your wings, leave the nest. Yes, it's scary. Yes, you might fall. But what if you fly? What if you discover that you always had wings? You just needed the courage to use them. What if the only limit was the one you placed on yourself?
Because the truth is this, most of your limits are self-imposed. They are beliefs you accepted without questioning, fears you fed without challenging, stories you told yourself about who you and what you can achieve. But those stories are not truth. They are just stories. And it's time to write a new one. A story where you are the hero, not the victim. A story where you win, not just survive. A story where you build an empire, not just pay bills. A story worthy of being told to your grandchildren. And that story begins now, with a decision that you will no longer accept a mediocre life, that you will no longer settle for less than you deserve, that you will fight for every dollar, every opportunity, every dream, that you will build something so solid it will last for generations. And to build something like that, you need a clear vision. You can't just wake up every day and react. You must be intentional. You must have goals. You must know exactly where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're headed, any road will do, and most often, you end up nowhere. So sit down today and write it out. Write exactly how you want your life to be in 5 years. How much money do you want to be earning? Where do you want to live? What kind of car do you want to drive? What do you want your family's life to look like? What kind of legacy do you want to build? Be specific. Be detailed. Be bold. Don't limit yourself to what seems possible. Write what would be extraordinary. Because when you have a clear vision, your brain automatically starts working to make it real. It begins to identify opportunities, to make connections, to guide you in the right direction. And then every day you wake up and ask yourself, what can I do today that brings me closer to that vision? And then you do it. No matter how small it is, no matter if it's just a tiny step, because tiny steps, taken consistently, lead to extraordinary places. That's how empires are built. One brick at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. No one builds an empire overnight, but everyone can start today. And starting is the most important part, because most people never start. They get stuck in planning, preparing, analyzing. But you are not most people. You are an executor, and executors make things happen. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait to have all the resources. They don't wait to feel ready. They start where they are, with what they have, and they make it work. And that is exactly what you are going to do. Because you already have everything you need right. You have your brain, you have your hands, you have your determination. And in the digital age we live in, that is enough to begin. You can learn any skill on YouTube. You can build a business with a smartphone. You can reach thousands of people with a message. The barriers to entry have never been lower. Opportunities have never been more abundant. Access to information has never been more democratic. So what is holding you back? It's not a lack of resources. It's a lack of initiative, a lack of courage, a lack of total commitment to your vision. But that ends today. Today you commit fully. Today you burn the bridges. Today you tell the universe, I'm all in. There is no plan B. Either I make this work or I die trying. And when you make that kind of commitment, when you remove every escape route, something magical happens. You find a way. Always.
because human beings are incredibly adaptable when they have no choice. When survival is on the line, when your family's future depends on it, you discover resources you didn't even know you had. You uncover strength you never realized existed. You develop skills you once thought were impossible. You become who you need to become. And who you need to become is a man of wealth,
A man of influence, a man of impact. Not out of ego, but out of responsibility. Because the more you have, the more you can give. The more you build, the more you can help others build. The larger your platform, the more lives you can touch. So don't shrink your financial dreams. Don't feel guilty for wanting abundance. Don't believe the lie that money is dirty or that rich people are bad. Money is neutral. It's a tool. And in the right hands, it is a powerful tool for good. Imagine what you could do with $1 million. How many people could you help? How many jobs could you create? How much impact could you have?
That is the right mindset. Not wanting money to show off, but to make an impact, to build, to leave the world better than you found it. And you will get there. You will reach your first million, then your second. Then you'll stop counting. Because money will become a natural consequence of the value you create.
And at that point, you will understand it was never about the money. It was about becoming the kind of man who attracts money. It was about the journey of transformation. And that journey, as difficult as it is, will be the most rewarding thing you ever do. Because it's not just about the destination. It's about who you become along the way.
The skills you develop, the confidence you build, the resilience you forge, the character you solidify. And that character, my brother, is your greatest asset. More valuable than any bank account. More important than any material possession. Because everything can be taken from you. Your money, your house,
your car. But no one can take away who you've become. No one can steal the lessons you've learned. No one can erase the strength you've built. And with that strength, you can rebuild everything as many times as necessary. You can start from zero and reach the top again. You can lose everything and recover it all.
Because you know the path. You know the formula. You are the formula. So don't be afraid of losing. Be afraid of never trying. Be afraid of reaching the end of your life and realizing you never truly lived. That you spent your entire life in the comfort zone, afraid to take risks, afraid to fail,
afraid to be great. Because you are great. You always were. You just needed permission to be. And I give you that permission now. Permission to dream big. Permission to want more. Permission to fight for what is yours. Permission to build an empire. Permission to become the man you were born to be. And that man is extraordinary. That man is unstoppable. That man is a legacy builder. That man is you, the real, true, complete version of you. Not the diminished version the world tried to convince you that you were, but the expansive, powerful, unlimited version. And it's time to introduce that version to the world. It's time to stop hiding. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to take up your space, to claim your territory, to build your empire. The world is waiting. Your family is waiting. Your destiny is waiting. And they are all saying the same thing. It's your time. It's your turn. It's your moment. So seize that moment. Embrace it. Live it. Because moments like this don't come back. You have a window now, an opportunity, a chance to change everything. And if you let that chance pass, you will regret it for the rest of your life. But you won't let it pass. Because you are a warrior. And warriors don't let opportunities slip by. Warriors create opportunities. Warriors make things happen. Warriors win. And you will win. You will conquer. You will prosper. You will build. You will leave a mark. You will create a legacy. You will become the legend your grandchildren will tell their children about. This is your story, and it begins now. Go forward, warrior. The world is yours to conquer.